Yo, Cac, what should be my first gun? Let's find out. Welcome to CACTICALMAIN. That's right, gentlemen. Welcome back to CACTICALMAIN. I appreciate the continued support. If it's your first time by the channel, you're fixing to find out that I like my coffee. I love America and guns. And you also need to subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell because who knows what it does, but you got to. Alright, gents, sitting in front of the camera today talking to you a little bit about something, question I get asked a lot. Yes, I drink my coffee black. No, that is not the question. The question I get asked a lot is, hey, what should my first gun be? Whether it's people on the internet, Instagram, or in my personal life. I, nor anyone else, can actually answer that for you. But what we can do is we can give you guidance. Glasses off, serious time. What do you mean by that? Well, if I do a good enough job in this video, pretty soon the number one question I'm going to be asked is, what is the second gun I should buy? Second gun you should buy is the one you didn't buy when you bought the first gun. That's an easy answer right there. Alright. Enough messing around. So, let's get a little bit of seriousness in here. What is the first gun you should buy? Well, you need to ask yourself a few questions. Have you even shot a firearm before? If you have, what kind has it been? Okay. You've answered that. You haven't? Okay. That's fine. Not everybody has to shoot a gun before they go out and buy one. Some states require it, some states don't require it. It would behoove you to actually have a friend or a family member or a local range that rents them and has an indoor shooting range and get some practice on firearms. Question number 2. What is the main role of the firearm? Why are you wanting to purchase your initial firearm? Obviously for self-defense, or maybe you like sporting and you want to see what it's really all about. But if it's for self-defense, there's multiple levels of self-defense. For home defense, or you going out and getting your concealed weapons permit and you want to be able to defend yourself everywhere you go. That's a very important question because that will determine your first firearm. Okay, it's not going to determine the brand or the model number, no, but it will determine whether shotgun, rifle, or pistol. Obviously, if it's for home defense, you do not have to limit yourself to a small single stack 9mm. You can jump up to a 12 gauge shotgun, 20 gauge shotgun, 410, a rifle, an AR, an AK, any of those sorts. For your CCW, and let's face it, we're all on a budget. We all can't just run out and get a rifle and a pistol at the same time. Would be nice. Some of you out there can do it. It would be nice if you could, though. If you're going for pistol, here's some things I want to tell you. All these firearms have been safety checked prior to the channel, prior to making the video, but we're going to go ahead and show YouTube that we are clear and safe. Firearms unsafe, so I can't even depress the trigger. This is the only firearm I have that has a safety on it that's not a CNR firearm. Contrary to popular belief, something small and tiny and extremely concealable like this may not be the best option for you for your first firearm. How? Big small. It's small and it's snappy and it doesn't really have the best grip. It's thin and she snaps around a lot. You can't get a full purchase on it. Some people are good with it. If you have bigger hands, it is a little more difficult for these smaller ones, especially if you've never shot before, you have no training. just because someone says you need to go ahead and get this small little guy because it's small and it's easier to handle, that's not always true. Something bigger is a whole lot easier. Once again, we are clear, YouTube. We are safe. Something bigger is definitely easier and more controllable and less snappy. Even this joker right here. Less snappy, a little wider, more controllable. If you can notice anything in this video, I'm basing it more towards the beginner shooters because it's your first gun. Not too many first-time gun owners have been around firearms that much and shot a lot. I have a very hard time recommending this for somebody's first firearm. I just have a hard time doing that. And 380 9mm, I tend to stay away. A great starting point for the first-time pistol owner. Everybody's gonna hate me because I say Glock. Glock 19, Glock 17, full-size 9mm. It is easily concealable. Obviously, you're going to feel it on there, but if you want to know how to conceal a full-size firearm, full-size pistol, I got a video. It's either going to be up there in the comment section down below. But this can be concealed. This can be concealed. You have a longer barrel. You have more weight in your slide, which helps mitigate the snappiness. Now, 9mm isn't all that snappy, but if you've never shot before, you don't have but maybe 50 rounds down range, it's a whole lot less snappy than this snappy son of a bitch right here. Glock 19, Glock 17, Smith & Wesson M&P 9 2.0. Not the Shield series. The Shield series are the single stack jokers. But the M&P 9s, M&P 40, M&P 45s, full size, a lot more grip, a lot more control of the firearm, and definitely flatter shooting. This one is a 5-inch barrel, heavier slide, more weight in the slide, more mass, light on the bottom. She's just, I mean, it's a laser beam. Beep, 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 beep. Obviously, the bigger pistols are harder to conceal, depending on where you live. If you're up north and it's cold and you get to wear your jackets, it's not an issue whatsoever. You're still gonna know it's there, but it's not gonna be as nice as this or Glock 43 or P365. The best thing I can recommend is finding the friend or family owner who owns pistols that can take you to the range, or find an indoor range that has a gun rental system and go test it out. Test out little single stack guy. You'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe you won't. If you have smaller hands, this might actually work good for you. But when you're first getting into firearms for self-defense, you want to be able to fire that gun. You want to be able to control it. You want to be able to have a follow-up shot, should you need to, that's going to be on target and not flying through your neighbor's door. Again, this is just all my thoughts. This is how I like to answer. It's very hard to answer in text messages or in text because there's so much that goes into it, so many questions that go into it. But this is the basics on how I feel. I'm more of a compact to full-size pistol guy. I've got big hands. I don't like getting my purchase on this. You see how far forward my thumb is? It's right there at the end. That's how I shoot. You cannot hold this guy like this. You see this gap here? You can't hold it like that and be effective in defending yourself or someone else. You just can't. If you're just looking for home defense because your state doesn't have CCW or you can open carry, pick yourself up an AR. They're plentiful. Ammo's not cheap right now. Pick yourself up an AK. Ammo's available. It's cheaper, but the AKs aren't really available, and their price is up a little high. Either system, you will be golden. You just need to train. You cannot just buy 50 rounds, go to the range, shoot it, and say, I'm good to go. Because I guarantee you probably didn't even get it sighted in. Shotgun, same thing. They're available. Ammo's available, actually. I'm looking for a 12 gauge pump shotty right now myself. I'll find one and I will get one. That is a good decision or a good choice for home defense. But you still need to go out and train with it. It's not just point it in that direction and pull the trigger. Well, it kind of sort of is. Bushy kicks a little bit and you need to be able to handle that. So, hopefully, I was able to shed some light. I'm not going to be able to shed all the light because that, again, is a decision no YouTuber can make up for you. No matter what they tell you, what they say, that's ultimately your decision. What you got to do is do your research and figure it out. I wish I could have been more help. Hopefully it did help because I love it. I love it when I get a comment in the comment section down below saying, thank you, dude, you helped. That's why I make these videos. If you fire this thing and you love it, get it. Get a Glock 17, you'll love it. You get yourself a Brown Beast and you'll join the exclusive alumni. Brown Beast 2020 forever. Alright, gentlemen, thank you for stopping by Tactical Man. I really do appreciate you stopping by. If you want to support the channel, I always mess up on that. Click on one of the links in the description or the comment section down below. Any purchase there helps support the channel. Thank you very much for all your support. If you want to take it further than that, we got memberships and Patreon. That's up to you. I'm not begging you to do it. It's there if you want to support. Check you later.